Most people spend their entire lives trying to get out of debt. They believe the moment they become debt-free, they'll finally be financially secure. But the wealthy, they don't think that way at all. In fact, many rich people intentionally use debt to become even richer. And once you understand why, your entire view of money will change. We grow up hearing the same advice over and over again. Avoid debt. Pay off loans as fast as possible. Being debt-free is the ultimate financial goal. And on the surface, that sounds responsible. It sounds smart. But the truth is, it's incomplete advice. Because not all debt is created equal. The real problem is that most people never learn the difference. Instead, they use debt to buy things that immediately lose value. Cars that depreciate, clothes that go out of style, gadgets that become outdated, lifestyle upgrades that don't create any financial return. And over time, those payments stack up, month after month, year after year. So people end up working harder, taking on more hours, chasing raises, just to keep up with financial obligations that aren't actually building wealth. That's why someone can earn a good income and still feel stuck, still feel stressed, still feel like they're not getting ahead. Because the issue isn't how much money they make, it's how their money is being used. Without realizing it, many people are financing a lifestyle instead of financing their future. And that difference is what separates those who struggle financially from those who build wealth over time.
Here's the key difference between wealthy people and everyone else. Poor and middle-class people use debt for consumption. Wealthy people use debt for investment. There's a huge difference. Let's break it down. Imagine two people each borrow $50,000. Person number one buys a car. The moment they drive it off the lot, it loses value. They still owe the debt, but the asset is shrinking. Now imagine person number two uses that same $50,000 as a down payment on an income-producing asset. Maybe real estate, maybe a business, maybe investments. That asset has the potential to grow, produce income, and increase net worth. Same debt amount, completely different outcome. This is called leverage. Leverage simply means using borrowed money to acquire something that has the potential to produce more value than the cost of the debt. And this is one of the most powerful wealth-building tools that exists, because it allows you to control larger assets without needing all the money up front. For example, instead of saving for 20 years to buy a property with cash, you can use financing to buy it sooner, let tenants help pay the loan, and benefit from appreciation over time. The wealthy understand something most people don't. Time in the market is more powerful than waiting to have cash. Another reason rich people don't rush to pay off debt is opportunity cost. If someone has money available, they ask, where will this money grow the most? If an investment can earn 8 to 12% per year and their debt costs 3 to 5% interest, it often makes mathematical sense to invest rather than aggressively eliminate the debt. Because their money keeps working, their capital keeps compounding, their net worth keeps increasing. The goal isn't zero debt, the goal is maximum asset growth.
So, how does this apply to everyday people? First, it doesn't mean you should go take on reckless debt. That's not the lesson. The lesson is to start thinking differently about money decisions. Here are practical steps. Step 1. Understand the difference between good debt and bad debt. Bad debt. Debt used for things that lose value or don't produce income. Good debt. Debt used to acquire assets or increase earning potential. Step 2. Focus on building assets first. Investing regularly. Retirement accounts. Skills that increase income. Income-producing opportunities. Step 3. Think long-term. Wealth is rarely built overnight. It's built through consistent decisions repeated over years. Step 4. Avoid lifestyle inflation. Just because income increases doesn't mean spending should increase equally. The gap between income and spending is where wealth is created. And step 5, use money intentionally. Every dollar should have a purpose. either supporting your life or building your future.
Here's the biggest mindset shift that separates wealthy people from everyone else. Financial success isn't about avoiding risk. It's about understanding risk and managing it intelligently. The wealthy don't fear debt. They respect it. They study it. They use it with purpose. Because money itself is just a tool. And like any tool, it can either build your future or quietly destroy it. The difference is knowledge and discipline. Once you start thinking like an asset builder instead of a consumer, everything changes. You stop asking, "Can I afford the payment?" and you start asking, "Will this grow my wealth?" Your priorities change, your habits change, your decisions change, and over time, your entire financial life changes. Wealth isn't created in one big moment. It's built through small, consistent choices made over years. And the moment you begin thinking differently about money, you start moving in a completely different direction than most people.
If you want to build real wealth, start asking better financial questions. Not, how do I avoid debt, but how do I build assets? Because the people who achieve financial freedom aren't the ones who never make mistakes. They're the ones who learn how money actually works and then apply it consistently. If this video helped you see money differently, subscribe to Financial Table Lessons, because on this channel, we break down wealth, investing, and financial freedom into simple lessons anyone can understand. And your financial future starts with what you learn today. I'll see you in the next lesson.
I hope you learned something. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.